Nevada, what are your thoughts on playing the Wolfpack?
Well, I mean, we just played them, so I think everyone got to see how good they are and how talented, that group of guards is and those bigs, and they got all the pieces and great coach, and we'll have to play an A+ game to be there. So, that's what you expect, especially this year in the league. I mean, I think I saw a quote that Patino just said, like, he came from the Big Ten. He's like, this league's right there. It's, and I think, that probably surprised him a little bit, because until you live it and get to see it every day, you're amazed by how many good players there are, how many good coaches there are, how tough, we always talk about that. So, it's going to be a big challenge tomorrow. We know that.
I know you were saying the other day when we talked, like, you couldn't believe that's the 8-9 game.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there live earlier today and you're going, okay, we got to stop him, got to stop him, got to stop. I mean, it is pretty crazy the talent level they have.
No question. And both teams were looking like that, because, I think in a situation like this, when the game gets over, you always want to play the one that lost. Because the other one has momentum and is playing good. And they were both playing great. A few breaks here and there, and it could be another way, because both of them are good teams, great guards especially, and I think Nevada, their big guys present a challenge, their wings present a challenge, why they can shoot it, and Sherfield's one of the best point guards in the country.
Playing a team for the third time, do you add any wrinkles, or do you just keep doing what you guys do well?
Oh, you're gonna have to tune in and see.
Okay.
We did see some social media shots of Shaver at the airport coming down. Is there anything you can say about his status?
Joe?
We'll talk in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's public photos out there of
Yeah.
him, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure it wasn't Lexus?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. No, it's a time of year where, we kind of keep stuff to yourself about injuries and sickness and all that stuff, but he'll be good to go tomorrow.
What is you mentioned they're big guys, they're guards. What is pick your poison? But I mean, what is the I guess game plan? I know you're gonna tell me the game plan, but how do you try to, when they have so many different guys out there, how do you try to
There's
limit?
a lot of great players, and some of it, you go in with the plan, but very rare, you're always having to adjust the plan as the game goes, and you adjust for foul trouble, you adjust for somebody getting hot, and they got a lot of guys that can get hot. We know that.
It's almost like a new season now, everything's kind of behind you. How do you kind of, what's your philosophy going into March in these tournaments? Or is it kind of just the same message as the regular season?
Yeah, it is a new season in a way, but when you boil it down, it's, your job is the same. And that's what you gotta, it's gotta be business as usual, because these guys know how to prep, they show up to play, and so you don't want to do anything too far outside of what we've been doing. And that's what the best teams are able to do, is business as usual. And sure, there's going to be maybe some heightened sense of excitement because of the tournament atmosphere and those kind of things, but for us, we show up to do the job.
Does that get you excited when you go in the arena and there's fans and you see a game and you say, okay, the tournament's here? I mean, we're playing who wins this game. I mean, does it kind of raise it up a little bit?
Yeah. And then, like I always say, this is the greatest time in college basketball, these conference tournaments into the NCAA tournament and NIT and all those kind of things. It's a great time in college to be a college basketball player, and our guys understand that because they've been through. I got veterans that have. Sometimes the rookies think, oh, it's just going to happen every year like that. It doesn't. You just got to seize the moment that we're in with the team that we have.
Bracketologists love your guys' resume this season.
Yeah.
So for once, you guys aren't feeling like you're going into this on the bubble. That's got to be a good place. So do you approach this tournament differently, knowing you've got a little bit more safety?
I don't think so. No, not really, because that again, that's outside things that we've done. We've controlled what we can control by building our resume, and I think some of the numbers that you talk about is, there's only like 4 or 5 teams that have as many wins away from their home, neutral and road wins. So we've got that. We've got good quad ones. We've got good quad twos. All those kind of things, and we do. We've put together a great resume with, the work that we've done. So. But that hasn't been our focus. Our focus is doing our job at the gym and control what we can control, and the rest is outside of us.
Do you get the sense the guys are ready for this?
I do. Yeah, they're excited, and like I said, they love to play together. They love being around each other, and so yes, they're excited.
You guys had, a stretch or a couple of them where you were just playing, almost it seemed like every other day, and now you're in, where it's going to be a lot about recovery, playing every day.
Well, that is right now at this point. That's not your focus because I mean, from here on out, every team in this tournament, it's going to be so hard to win one game. And I'm talking about, you look at all the games on Thursday, and it's going to be like, oh, they're all going to be really, really tough. There's a lot of good teams, and you'd have to be blind not to see how good all these teams are. So and we're playing one of the best.
Do the team that plays the day before
I
wins
think
get
so. Yeah, I do. I've always thought that's a hard thing because they worked out through some kinks in the first half, and then they started clicking in the second half, and so they got some mojo and some momentum, and that's always real. And we're putting the key in and turning it and starting it. So that's they're warmed up, ready to go. But once it goes down and you start to get in a flow, then I think you catch up with that.